Now we're jumping straight into draft of game number 2. This game, if Ulfhednar wins, it will put a lot of pressure on Insilio. And again,
The way to go.
but for who? I'm just not sure if the Cho is Lovely's kind of hero. If Maniac can use it, then yeah, take it away. Don't let Apex 47 or Alien to pick up that hero. Because so far, the Cho has been a mainstay for all the teams here. The Khalid was not shown in game number 1. I wonder if that's going to be a consideration here. They first pick the Valentina, which is very interesting because if you have a Valentina, your roamer has to be incredibly aggressive. And now the Hylos gets picked up. It's going to be much more difficult for the Valentina to move forward and actually deal poke damage.
All right, at least they have access to Glorious Pathway, and then they follow it up with the Cho as well, just to keep things flexible here. Most likely going to go into the EXP once more, but that does give the opportunity for Insilio to actually pick up a Phoveus of their own. At least then. Oh yeah, or even the Harith. Actually, you know what? Take both.
Yeah. Harith, Phoveus, and then because the jungler is open, right? You can take anything here. There's only 2 bans. You don't have to worry about it too much unless they really want to play around their jungler.
Yeah.
Like the Nolan, you just want to speed things up a little bit. Because at this point, you have to consider that Ulfhednar is probably thinking the next pick is going to be a Bruno or a Harith. And then if Insilio doesn't pick it up, probably gonna get banned.
Maybe. I do think that there has been a lot. They're straying away from Alpha a lot, and I think the playstyle of Alpha is actually very effective for Insilio against Ulfhednar because it's very much, oh, I have early damage, so therefore I can start stealing your outside camps and then force movements across the map because of it.
Now Ulfhednar, they have a choice if they do want to play the Bruno, and they pick up the Bruno. Because one OG way to deal with the Harith is having something like a Melissa. But again, the Melissa, we're still unsure where she stands in the meta right now. So looking at the draft here, Ulfhednar already has a very tanky composition here, having the Hylos, having the Cho as well. Insilio showing up a lot of magic damage, even from Gatakacha doing a lot of magic damage. So they need a very carry-heavy jungler inside, well, in the jungle, of course. I'm still thinking of Alpha here going up against the Hylos. And Ulfhednar, they're showing respect against Maniac. Maniac is good with that front line. Take away the front lines.
It's a really good idea here because at the end of the day, Thamos is just a Swiss Army knife of the EXP lane. He doesn't have any bad matchups. He generally is supposed to dominate the early game no matter what matchup he's put into, and that pressure alone is going to force you to say, hey, I have to outscale you first before I can do anything.
Right now, 3 mid laners have been banned out by Coach G. Wow. The Eve, the Luyi, as well as the Farsa. Only one more option. Aurora, Vexana, those are the options that he can put through, and I kind of feel like both Aurora and Vexana will be able to do well against the lineup of Insilio. But hey, Rosa can go 180 degrees and then pick up, I don't know, something like a Gord.
Terizla. I'll never forget that. Never forget that. Tigreal going to be the follow-up ban as the final ban for the side of Ulfhednar. We look back at Insilio. Oh, fast ban here, actually. Straight for the Hayabusa. Does that mean he's going to play lane? Tianzi Lin?
Oh, that is going to be very, very interesting here. Looking at the draft, I don't know, man. Lin going up against Bruno is going to be quite tough unless you can shut down the Bruno early. Because once the Bruno already has 2 items, the Houseclaw as well as the Berserker Fury, he can manage himself. Yeah, he can turn things around.
I'm thinking deep. Maybe an Amon, something a little crazy. I mean, if they want a distribution of damage.
Don't go crazy. Alpha. Don't go crazy, right?
All right.
Alpha can deal against the Hylos.
I just gotta breathe. I just gotta breathe.
Don't go crazy. Like, you still can engage. But so far, we haven't seen a lot of Alphas. Whoa. Okay. What I said, he doesn't care. He can pick up whatever. Kagura was not in my list.
No,
it's not in my bingo book.
It really isn't, but I think this is one of the few, I'll get into it later. First, let's go to the fun fact, because Maniac was originally the gold laner of the squad in MCC Season 3 until they recruited Don't from PSG.
Yeah, we lightly touched upon it earlier, but looks like the Alpha is not going to be the pickup here. They pick up the Suyo. I'm still a little bit torn about this Kagura. I love the Kagura. Arlie picked up, so essentially Insilio has the same lineup here, except instead of a Bruno, they have a Harith. So they they believe in their comp, Gideon.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it's just the execution.
I think so. I do think that the Kagura into the Valentina matchup is kind of nice, though, because Kagura bullies the Valentina out of the lane a majority of the time.
Longer range, yeah.
And let's not forget, the supports didn't really get too involved in the mid lane as often. They're very much roaming across the map, so it's left to be that 1v1 in short periods of time, 10-second bursts.
You know what? Here in the wild card, the decider match, we get to see a unique peek up here of the Kagura. This is very exciting because you will ask, is this strictly because of the Valentina? Or is this a secret tech that they know that can counteract maybe against a Heart, maybe against a Gato? Like, what is the hidden interaction here?
I feel like as long as Hearth is aware, oh, a Joy too? All right, let's spice things up here for the side of Ulfhednar. Two extremely unique picks here. We haven't seen TNC just touch that Joy just yet, but again, with the Kagura, I think this could be interesting, right? Because they can technically so good.
Dude, even the Kagura is very bursty.
I expect Genius Wands to be built here.
Oh yeah, like right now, Ulfhednar, they have a lot of options. They can go to the back line with the jungler as well as the mid. But if the front line is causing problems, you got the Bruno, man. Something about football, it hurts.
It hurts. Let's start making our way into the land of Dawn for game number 2. For those just tuning in, the current score is 1-0 in favor of Ulfhednar. We are hoping to see maybe a 2-0, if not an equalization from Insilio.
Yep, this Kagura matchup is definitely going to be one to watch. It could make or break the team, right? Because so far, looking at Insilio, they kept their draft. They know that this draft can be executed well. Maybe in game number 1, they were just unlucky. Game number 2 will probably be the decider whether this draft works for them or not.
Yeah, and let's not forget, at least for Kagura, there is some inbuilt purifies, right? So even if it does get caught by Lovely, there's a very easy way for Rosa to get out of these fights because it feels like Rosa's getting hard targeted between the first 1 minute to 6 minutes in the game.
If you guys logging into the game, you guys will see a lot of active tasks are online right now. Make sure you guys get to level 75 in the M6 pass to make sure you get all of the goodies. But now Alien is taking a lot of damage.
Oh boy, Alien still gets his G-Code no back up just in time after proxying that wave. He can go for an early recall if he wants to, unless he's got his regenerate, which I don't think he has. But again, Rosa just kept in check here by both Lovely and as well as Reaper.
Again, I gotta say, Ulfhednar, their idea is slowing them down. Because look at how Alien is proxying the wave, is slowing down Maniac to make sure that he doesn't get out of his lane quickly. And Rosa just poking them out, just having vision on Lovely as well as Reaper, make sure that they don't get any kind of rotations in. Essentially, letting Sunshine and Dawn to have an active 1v1.
Yeah, but even so, right? Even though they want to box in Rosa, Apex 47 is noticing that there's not a lot of motions across the map despite it, right? They're clearing the waves first, but they're not seeing any motions to the bottom side or the top side of the map.
Yeah. Right now, I don't know. It looks like for both teams, they do want to take it slow because neither teams have a way to engage the fight so far. Everyone is at level 3, no one's at level 4 just yet, well, except for the junglers. But again, it's more about the damage there. Justinian can engage. But the question is, who can he really engage on when you see a high loss as well as a choke?
Yeah, and it looks like Insilio we're going to start this turtle up real quick. Ulfhednar looking to try and hit level 4 in time, but quickly turns it around. Maniac is able to secure that first initial turtle as the electrifying beats comes out. GNT is trying to get on out of there, but the Revitalize coming in clutch from Insilio to ensure minimal damage has been taken.
Good try from Ulfhednar, unable to really take that. Insilio was able to secure it. Maniac with the final slash, able to have that last hit over to the turtle. A small lead for Insilio. Ulfhednar so far, they tried to get a return kill, unable to do so. And now it's back to the farming game. Apex 47 is not level 4 just yet, but he's gonna make sure that so far TNC has a good time.
I think I get it. They're trying to box in Rosa, and whenever they box in Rosa, they've noticed that Apex 47 is just hugging one side of the map or the other. So this is giving them information on where TNC is going to be. As Apex 47 takes the damage, the electrifying beat does not connect. Not enough movement speed to catch up just yet as Rosa chunks out Reaper. But despite all that, Lovely back in that lane, trying to keep him in check.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Yin-Yang overturn doesn't really do a lot of damage earlier in the game unless you get that Genius 1 online, and Maniac is just like, you know what, if you guys want to move around, move around. I'm sticking to my lane. I'm going to get an advantage for myself because I feel like Maniac is going to be the one to actually prioritize the Thunderbell to ensure that he can actually get much tankier in the game.
He needs to be a threat, matter of fact, right? It feels really bad as you start falling behind that you're only used for a final slash. So having some kill threat would be nice. in these scenarios. But again, you can just see the man-to-man defense coming in from Insilio's side. They want to always know where Ulfhednar is going to move.
Looking at the itemization here, looks like Rosa is actually probably going to go for the glowing wand, and TNZ is going for the Starlium Scythe. Alien is prepping for a kick here.
Gets hit by the taunt, the Maniac jumps straight on it. Easy kill onto Alien's side. Final Slash going to be pulling Apex 47, who's forced to use the Glorious Pathway. He still has his Revitalize if necessary, but is creating enough space so that TNZ can secure his own buffs.
With this draft, we can see that Ulfhednar is not moving as fast as game number 1 because, again, they don't have a lot of enablers here. They have a lot of frontline. If the kick happened from Alien, if he got the way of the dragon, perhaps they could do something about it because the damage from TNZ should be good now. But the damage from Rosa, it's more about control than damage at this point.
Let's see whether or not... Oh, Final Slash almost connecting, but not close enough. Despite all of that, the EXP side of the map has been left. They want to take early positionings here on that top side, expecting the dive. Lovely. Still slowing down Apex 47 as they control the top side here. Ulfhednar, what is their response?
Don't already having the Starlium Scythe, so it's going to hit a little bit harder now. Looking at the gold lead here, 1.7k gold lead for Insilio. Definitely having the better early game, but I gotta say, Gideon, it doesn't look like they're grabbing a lot of advantage. They're getting kills, they're getting neutral objectives, but if you're looking at the map as a whole, they don't have a lot of priority.
Oh, well, in terms of priority, don't push it up pretty far. Loses 50% of his health, but is able to, at least regenerate himself back up to a healthy amount. But you can tell, I think that Insilio, they're not pressing the advantage because they're waiting for Don't to scale. I think once he hits 3 items, that's when they start to pop.
Look at the rotation here. Both teams are using the same rotation, where 5 minutes in, the EXP laner will start moving with the team, and you leave your jungler to finish the jungle camps as well as the EXP camps, trying to accelerate both Justinian as well as TNZ. Both teams are using the same rotation here.
Yeah, understandably so as well. Maniac trying to just steal away camps just to make sure that they can try and slow Ulfhednar over. They're maintaining their 1.5k lead for now, but we're waiting for it in the next 30 seconds for when the neutral objective actually spawns is when we should expect a team fight.
Yeah, Alien so far, I kind of feel like he really wants to get a good way to Dragon here, but Lovely as well as Maniac is not letting that happen. Every single time he wants to go in, either Vengeance stops him or the Gatokacha taunt is going to stop him. So I feel like Apex 47 has to open up the map a little bit for him to find his angle.
Well, actually, they don't have to use just Alien and Apex 47. Now Rosa can comfortably throw the umbrella into these bushes to open things up for them, right? So they don't necessarily have to rely on the supports and the EXPs.
Right now, the Bruno is still clearing up, but looking at the bot lane, while all this chaos is happening, TNZ is able to get essentially a free turret. So Ulfhednar, they're not winning in terms of the fights, but they're getting advantage here.
Speaking of which, Alien is going to weigh the Dragon Maniac out of there. Kind of interesting as now the Glorious Passing comes to a flicker. Final Slash isn't up, but TNT is able to secure the very first turtle here. The Revitalize comes out as Lovely is the next to fall. Don't still putting plenty of damage onto the floor, and they trade 2 for 2. Justinian just pushing out that mid lane. He wants that tier 1. TNT not gonna...
Talk about equal trade. EXP for EXP, roamer for roamer. Overall, I would still say it's good for Ulfhednar because, again, they got the turret, they got the turtle, and the kill went over to TNZ. The assist went over to TNZ. Right now, looking like he wants the second item to be Blood Wings and just completed it right now.
That Blood Wings already done. When are we expecting to see, at least for this Kagura, to actually make that big play, right? That hold on. Final Slash going to be coming through towards Alien side. Apex 47 is watching this, and Rosa, good ult, but doesn't do enough damage. He's able to hit 3 targets. This could be potentially dangerous in the later stages of the game.
Yeah, right now, this Kagura is more utility than damage. We know eventually the Kagura will be an amazing threat, but so far, especially with first item being that glowing wand, really is just about poking people out, you know, reducing their healing, their shields, and as well just free poking damage. So again, Rosa is just slowing them down. Rosa is not the star of the show. The star of the show is going to be TNZ as well as Sunshine. Later on, after 3 items, maybe even 4 items, that's where Rosa starts to shine, and that's where Don't really has to be a little bit careful because he can dash around, but a good timing and overturn can probably deal enough damage where not enough to kill, but close enough.
Oh, hold on, Insilio might be in some trouble here. TNZ, if the walk-on out of there with the help of the extra movement speed from the electrifying beats. Let's make a couple of comparisons, because right now, Rosa, not the same level as Reaper, but TNZ is actually 2 levels ahead of Justinian.
Almost 1,000 gold in fact as well. So, hold on, a kick by Alien. Not gonna do anything with it. Looks like no one was close enough for that, but now the Lord is here, and he doesn't have the Wave Dragon for a good 40 seconds.
I mean, Insilio, they know that this cooldown is currently online for Alien. They could look to utilize that pressure, that lack of ult, that lack of resources, start pushing up and set. Ooh, is trying to set for this Lord. I think they want a team fight as well. They don't really want to be the first ones on this Lord.
Looking at the top wave here, Alien does not have the Wave Dragon. Oh!
Engagement on towards Apex 47 final slash to almost guarantee it. The Revitalize ain't enough as the backline gets attacked. TNZ chasing Justinian. GOA gonna come on through, but TNZ with the help of the temporal able to quickly take him out and chase him down.
TNZ is so fast and not enough crowd control here, or point and click crowd control, making it hard for him to actually catch. And now Sunshine, he's aiming for the turrets, unable to get top. It's okay, I'll take him in.
Oh my god, TNZ dealing so much damage here. Cutting through them like butter, but he's got to be careful of Don't, able to dash away just in time. And that's Ulfhednar finding a 2.1k lead, and they should be able to get this Lord.
If Sunshine had the Malefic gun at that point, he probably would have had enough range to get the kill. And now TNZ, the Holy Crystal, you would assume he did enough damage. He was like, it doesn't feel like enough.
I need more. I need more. Look at that. He is getting his cooldowns off so fast. Level 15, super short cooldowns. I don't know. How is Insilio supposed to handle this, right? Because Lovely not only has to worry about, hey, maybe I need to cut off the back line. I need to make sure that Alien doesn't get that space. Mainly Apex 47 opening those bushes. But at the same time, do you hold that taunt just for TNZ?
I would say yes. I would say yes, because you gotta split the job. Someone's gotta be in front, someone's gotta be behind, and I kind of feel like Lovely has to stay in the back lines and let Maniac handle the front lines. But at this point, I feel like neither can handle either.
Oh, I mean, I felt like there could have been a punish there towards Lovely's side. They've got plenty of damage here, but Don't just got the Holy Crystal. Now, the barriers are going to expel. Oh, there actually wasn't a minion there. Unfortunate. Tier 2 gonna collapse.
Yeah, either way, right now, Ulfhednar is still clearly in the lead. And wow, I didn't thought that would happen. I didn't know that Rosa actually did a lot of damage.
Like a significant amount more damage as well. It's not like a 2,000 difference. This is a 7,000 difference.
Yeah, and Maniac is actually quite up there as well. Sunshine as well as TNZ. Though, to be fair, TNZ is immediately going to that back line and just bursting them down while Rosa is poking anyone. Front line, back line, really doesn't matter. If you're a minion, you're also going to get taken out.
I mean, to be fair, the past 4 minutes, he's just been farming like his jungle and the bottom side. The final slash comes on through super with Apex 47. Reaction, trying to get into Justinian's side. They disengage, and they're hoping for the best here. Nobody goes down just yet. Here comes TNZ, but he's not going to dive deeper than that.
The problem with game number 1's higher than game number 2, we see that Don't doesn't deal enough damage just yet, even though he has the Holy Crystal. And this is a very, very concerning Gideon, because the front line, the Apex 47 on this high loss, absorbing as much as he can, and Alien is open. Alien is free, Rosa is free, Sunshine is free. Game number 1, game number 2, the damage dealers of Ulfhednar is having free space. Look at Apex 47, absorbing 71,000 damage.
Oh, and speaking of which, he's finally going to go down. Caster's Curse at its finest as Rosa tries to chuck down Reaper, finds him with the help of TNZ, going into that backline. Don't the next to fall, a double, looking for a triple. TNZ shows how it's done as Rosa steals away that triple.
I mean, usually the decider match, you'd be a little bit kinder to your teammates. Like, oh, you got a chance for a Maniac, go for it. But it's like, nah, fam. Not even on the decider match will I let you have that Maniac.
Exactly. And you can definitely see that TNZ's like, all right, you want to steal that away? No worries, I'll take one more as Justinian. Oh my god, where did his health go? Tries to burst him down. TNZ's absorbing the waves, but unfortunately, it's not enough. The minions just not there.
Maybe discipline issue there. They should have cleared the minions as fast as they can, use everything to actually push their minions inside the base, and they might have been able to end it there. We'll see if Insilio is able to use this opportunity to catch them off guard, but with a 7,000 goal lead, I don't know, Gideon. TNZ and Rosa feels like they've hit their power spike, and they're going to be very difficult to take down. Apex 47 now having an Athena shield much more difficult for anyone to burst him down. That's 4 people by 4 people in Apex 47. I'm just letting you guys know.
Yeah, that's not exactly the best situation to be in right now when Apex 47 can walk up to you like this. Glorious pathway being deployed against Maniac's side. Reaper on the bottom side putting his own, trying to escape the rest of the team. Apex 47 has done his work as the backline is getting attacked. TNC, ooh, quickly with Winter Crown. Here comes GOA to cancel it off. Shut down coming in from Justinian.
Yep, TNZ clearly made a mistake, understood his objective, get don't. But his electrifying beat is about to go off, and he continued to chase after Justinian, which, you know, in hindsight, it looked bad. In the moment, I can understand he had enough damage, and Justinian was looking very juicy, right? If he was able to get that, free Lord. But now, he is taken down, and Insilio has a chance to actually get the Lord here.
A bit of an overheat coming in from Ulfhednar's side, but Insilio needs to make sure they control this side of the map. Glorious pathway is out. Reaper might be in some trouble. Rosa finding Justinian on the bottom side, and now he's left alone against Stone, who bursts him down in trade. This is getting a little dicey here.
Ulfhednar, they gotta slow down. They're making mistakes here. You gotta understand that kills aren't everything in this game, where certain kills put you at a very vulnerable situation. TNZ has done that, Rosa has done that. They're clearly in the position to have an end game angle. If they keep trading kills for kills when it's 40 minutes in the game, that could be the game changer.
Speaking of the game changer, oh my goodness, the final slash, no flicker just yet. TNT looking to try and blast them down. Glorious pathway has already been deployed, but Alien unfortunately caught out of position. No flicker to save his life. GOA is going to be coming down. TNT looking to secure it. Don't! He missed us! Retribution! No way! Apex 47 looking to chase them down as Sunshine finds one back. This has just saved the game for Insilio as they bought themselves an extra 3 minutes.
I feel like I'm not the only one here, Gideon, but Ulfhednar is clearly making mistakes.
They're getting a little too comfortable here. They
Yeah.
thought they had a huge lead going for them, and to be fair, they do.
They did.
They did.
From 7,000, now 3,000. 4,000 difference there.
That hurt. That one hurt. Oh, TNZ just retributed a little too early there. Just a little bit. Oh, so unfortunate. But now with this game dragging out, it allows Insilio to actually scale. Don't have some real damage now. Final Slash going to come through on towards Apex 47's side, but Sunshine just making sure, hey, you better not walk up too close.
Oh, look at Don't.
And Don't gets blasted. 1.7k damage. Alien goes for the way. The Dragon Reaper is able to purify out of that. Delay the fight. Take down the Lords. Clear the waves.
Yep, Sunshine so far has his head in the game. 4-0-6. Hasn't made a mistake so far. And now Don't overheated as well. He saw an opportunity. He went for it. But again, you're from behind. You got to take your chances. 19 seconds for him to recover. Should be enough for them to defend the base and maybe get something against Ulfhednar.
Worldie's already thrown out. GOA comes through. Final Slash to push Apex 47 underneath the turret. No minions, nothing. He has to move forward. His glorious pathway is through. TNZ tries to get a trade back. Unable to find it. Lovely. Still alive here. Ulfhednar forced back once again, trading one for nothing.
Good defenses so far by Insilio, making sure that there's really no angle for them to go in. And you can see, Ulfhednar, this is one of possibly crucial mistakes. They're starting to feel a little bit desperate. They're forcing the fights where if you look at the angle, it doesn't look right. The minions weren't there, they're forcing it in. What they want to do is kill them before the minions arrive to get a very clear end. But again, execution-wise, maybe not everyone is on the same page.
I think the goals are correct. I think the main issue is that they don't consider the cost of which they throw themselves in. Yes, they find Don't, they take out Don't, but they end up giving themselves on over. Ideally, you want to always have a positive trade against your opponent, and I think that Ulfhednar, unfortunately, is willing to throw everything at the wall to guarantee their goal.
Let me just say for Don't as well, he's taking a risk here, Gideon. He's going for full damage. The only defensive item he has is the Blood Wings.
Oh.
So, I don't know, not a Winter Crown, not an Immortality. So,
is this a dump the boots angle?
I feel like sooner or later it will be. Dump the boots, maybe get an Immortality, have enough gold for that Winter as well to possibly outplay something. So far, Rosa is opening the map very, very well. Looking at the items here, having the Wishing Lantern as well as the Divine Glaive, able to deal quite a lot of damage, but so far hasn't had a critical yin-yang overturn.
Oh, here comes Maniac. Does he have his flicker? Yes, he does. It's going to be the GOA that's missed, pushing TNZ away. But now, here comes the angle. They have so much space to run them down. Glorious pathway from behind this time. Rosa blasted Sunshine, Alien secures the kill on Justinian, and now TMC with the electrifying bait is gonna find Reaper as they run them down one by one. Sunshine with a double in Rosa for another slain as they wipe the floor with Insilio.
And with this, Ulfhednar has clearly won game number 2, and now they're at match point. One more win away to secure their ticket to the main stage at M6.
Oh my goodness, did you see the face on Apex 47 at that last sequence? He's smiling, he's probably telling off the players, hey, we're overheating a little bit. Calm down, cool off, we can make this easy.
They made it in time. Woo. They were able to calm way coming in, cutting the exit. Justinian was the first to go. Everyone else followed suit.
Oh boy. Prime Beats can effectively hit everybody all at once. But give it up for our MVP, Sunshine, the only person who was like, I'm not gonna overheat this time.
I'm just like,
that's not me.
I'm here pressing the basic attack button, man.
He's just a pocket full of it, man. 6-0-6, a perfect game on his end. And I mean, after what happened yesterday, it definitely feels like, you know, he wants to make sure if everybody else is allowed to overheat, I can still be the insurance policy at the end of the day. Opting for attack speed on top of having tenacity. He is legitimately worried of actually getting caught out, but at the same time, again, played a perfect game.
Yeah, right now I feel like everyone is worried where this might be a sweep. Gideon. And, oh, by the way, he used tenacity. In case we haven't pointed out. Have you pointed it out?
Yeah, don't worry, I pointed it out.
All right, yeah. Sorry, I got my head was somewhere else. Right now, looking at the highlights here, the MVP highlights, Sunshine did well. Honestly, everyone did well. Everyone did their job. Apex 47, making sure that no damage penetrates to the back line. And Rosa is deceptive. I feel like it's about deception. You don't really see the umbrella coming in. You don't see a lot of the yin-yang overturns actually happening. It's one of those situations where you don't know what happened. All you know is you're half HP. And, you know, deception is the game where Ulfhednar, all of a sudden, able to have advantage all over the map, and Insilio is just late to respond. Look at this. Half HP left.
Man, the perfect right angle here as well with glorious pathways. Again, this it's hard to say that it's an overextension coming in from Insilio, but they need to understand the shape of the map when they do walk in that particular direction, right? Because when you have glorious pathways, it is such a great tool. And